Kamala Harris visits southern border as she works to solidify policy stance. Democratic presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, talks with John Maudlin, the chief patrol agent for the Tucson sector of the U.S. Border Patrol, and Blaine Bennett, the U.S. Border Patrol Douglas Station Border Patrol agent in charge, as she visits the U.S. border with Mexico. In Douglas, Arizona, Friday, September 27th, Vice President Kamala Harris was all about border policy on her first trip to the southern border since she accepted the Democratic nomination for president just weeks before Election Day. Harris spoke to supporters in Douglas, Arizona, right across the border from Agua Prieta, Mexico, as she confronted head-on the issue, seen as one of her greatest vulnerabilities, to stop raising questions about her policy positions and which ones she'd adopt as president. "I believe we have a duty to set rules at our border and enforce them," Harris said. "We must reform our immigration system to ensure that it works in an orderly way, that it is humane, and that it makes our country stronger." Harris has already pledged support for a killed bipartisan bill that would have allowed for more border walls to be built, restricted asylum standards, and provided funds for more resources and border agents. Democrats say Donald Trump torpedoed it for political purposes. "The American people deserve a president who cares more about border security than playing political games," Harris said, referring to Trump. As for Harris' pivot, polls show Trump is viewed as stronger on the issue, including a recent swing state poll that found those surveyed believe he'd do a better job on immigration, 54% to 43%. A new Harris campaign ad, citing a major change from her run for president the last time around. As president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. "They arrive at our borders and we say, 'Go back to where you came from.' That is inhumane and it is immoral," Harris said to MSNBC in 2019. Another video, captured in 2018 and also circulating online, shows Harris joining in on a "Down, down with deportation, up, up with education" chant. Critics say voters should look at Harris' actions and not words. "It was nothing more than a political stunt," former acting commission of U.S. Customs and Border Protection Mark Morgan said. She's been for decriminalizing illegal immigration. She supports sanctuary cities. She supported ending construction of the border wall. Donald Trump, meanwhile, using campaign events to repeat stories about migrants committing crimes and overcrowding cities.